Good evening, students. Today I am going to teach about the leakages of multiplier. What is multiplier? We have studied earlier in the last class. Now I am going to teach about the leakages of multiplier. Multiplier, it assumes that people who earn income to spend portion of additional income for their consumption. People, those who earn income, they likely to spend their portion of additional income for consumption. They will spend for other items also. Such other expenses are known as leakages. I think you all understood. Such other expenses are known as leakages. First side heading you refer, payment toward past debt. Debt, that is nothing but loan. If additional income used for replacement of old loan, past loan, the MPC, marginal propensity to consume, will be decreased. Then the value of multiplier is cut. That is the first leakage. Second one, purchase of existing wealth. If income used for purchasing land, building and shares, it never enter into consumption. That time the value of multiplier is affected. That is also one of the leakage. Now next one is import of goods and services. Import, that is nothing but getting goods from other countries. Import of goods and services. If income spent for imports, it will reduce the value of multiplier. Next one is, next side heading, non-availability of consumer goods. Non-availability of consumer goods. If demand is greater than supply, inflation is likely to rise. Inflation, that is nothing but sudden increase of prices. It will reduce the consumption expenditure also, and also it will reduce the multiplier value also. That is the next side heading, non-availability of consumer goods. If demand is greater than supply, inflation is likely to rise. Inflation, that is nothing but steady increase in price level. It reduces the consumption expenditure also, and also it will reduce the multiplier value. That is the that side heading. Now the next one is full employment situation. Full employment situation. Under this situation, resources are fully used. So additional investment will take place. That will lead to inflation. These are all the leakages of multiplier. Now the next one is uses of multiplier. Next side heading is uses. What are all the uses of multiplier? First point is, it shows the importance of income. Importance of income, significance of income in income and employment theory. Next one is, next use is, it shows different stages of business cycle. Okay. Next, third one is, it helps to bring the equality between saving and investment. Next, fourth use is, it helps to formulate government policies. It will be very helpful to formulate government policies. Then last use is, it will be very helpful to reduce unemployment problem, and also it will be very helpful to achieve full employment. These are all the uses of multiplier. First use, it shows the importance of investment in income and employment theory. It shows different stages of business cycle. It will be very helpful to bring the equality between saving and investment. It will be very helpful to formulate government policies. Last use is it will be very helpful to reduce the problem of unemployment. Unemployment means people, they are ready to work, capable to work, they are ready to work, but they are not getting job. That is called unemployment. So it will be very helpful to reduce unemployment and to achieve full employment. These are all the uses of multiplier. Now you refer that box. Refer that box. Kinds of multiplier. What are all the kinds of multiplier? First one is tax multiplier. Second, employment multiplier. And the third one is foreign trade multiplier. And fourth one is investment multiplier. Tax multiplier, employment multiplier, foreign trade and investment multiplier. Now next one is 4.5, you refer. Accelerator principle. Multiplier we have studied. Now we are going to see the accelerator principle. Simple accelerator model was made by J.M. Clark. That was made by J.M. Clark in the year 1917. In the year 1917. Before that, I am going to tell the meaning of accelerator. Accelerator is nothing but ratio of change in induced investment to change in consumption. Ratio of change in induced investment to change in consumption. That is called accelerator. One more meaning, technical relationship between change in capital stock and change in the level of output. That is called accelerator. Technical relationship between change in capital stock and change in the level of output. That is called accelerator. Accelerator principle, simple accelerator model that was made by J.M. Clark in the year 1917. That was developed by Hicks, Samuelson, Herod in relation to trade cycle or business cycle. Now we are going to see the meaning. You refer meaning. Increase in demand for consumption goods in economy. Increase in demand for consumption goods in economy, it will lead to accelerated demand for investment goods. I think you all understood. Increase in demand for consumption goods in an economy, it will lead to accelerated demand for investment goods. Investment goods, best example, machines. Now next, accelerator. One more meaning is there. Numerical value of the relationship between increase in consumption. Numerical value of the relation between increase in consumption, rise in consumption. The result is increase in investment. The result is increase in investment. The formula is given. Accelerator is equal to delta I by delta C. Delta I, it refers to change in investment. Delta C, it refers to change in consumption. Change in consumption. Now we are going to see definition. The accelerator coefficient. What do you mean by accelerator coefficient? That is nothing but ratio between induced investment and initial starting change in the consumption. The ratio between induced investment and initial change in the consumption. Understood? Example. Expenditure of consumption goods is rupees 50 crores. expenditure of consumption goods is rupees 50 crores. If industries invest rupees 100 crores on investment goods industries, if industries invest rupees 100 crores on investment goods industries, accelerator is 2. That is delta I by delta C. Delta I, change in investment, 100. Delta C, 50. For 100 divided by 50, accelerator is 2. Now we are going to see the assumptions. First assumption, absence of excess commodity, excess capacity in the consumer goods industries. No excess capacity in consumer goods industries. Second assumption, same capital output ratio. Third one is rise in demand or increase in demand or increase in need is to be permanent, not temporary. Next, fourth assumption, supply of fund, supply of cash and other inputs is changed, elastic change. Next, capital goods are perfectly divisible. These are all the assumptions of the accelerator. Now we are going to see operation of the acceleration principle. This operation of accelerator that may be illustrated as follows. Illustration. To produce 1000 consumer goods, 100 machines are needed. Suppose working life of machine is 10 years. Every year 10 machines have to be replaced. Every year 10 machines have to be replaced to maintain the constant flow of consumer goods. That is called replacement demand. Demand that is nothing but want, need. Once again I will repeat. To produce 1000 consumer goods, 100 machines are needed. Suppose working life of machine is 10 years. So every year 10 machines have to be replaced. That is called replacement demand. Okay, now the next paragraph. Suppose demand for consumer goods increases by 10%. That is from 1000 to 1100. The result is increase in demand for 10 more machines. Result is increase in demand for 10 more machines. So total demand for machines is 20. Total demand, total need for machines is 20. So 10 for replacement and 10 for meeting increased demand. Okay, 10% increase in demand for consumer good causes 100% increase in demand for machines. I think you all understood. 10% increase in demand for consumer good causes 100% increase in demand for machines. So the result is mild increase in demand for consumer goods, mild change in demand for consumer goods will lead to wide change in investment. One more time I will repeat. Mild change in demand for consumer goods, it will lead to wide change in the investment. This is about the operation of the acceleration principle example I gave. Now you refer the diagram. X-axis income and the Y-axis saving and investment. What it is given in the x-axis? Income. What it is given in the y-axis? Saving and investment. Now diagram explanation. Refer the diagram carefully. Yes, it refers to saving curve. I, it refers to investment. It refers to investment. At point E1, economy is in equilibrium with OY1 income. on the x-axis, OY1 income on the x-axis. So S and I are equal at OI2. Exact saving and investment. S and I are equal at OI2. Now you refer y-axis. Now the investment increased from OI2 to OI4. Investment increased from OI2 to OI4. Now you come to x-axis. This increases income from OY1 to OY3. OY1 to OY3. Now the equilibrium is E3. Equilibrium is at point E3. If increase in investment by I2, I4, it will lead to increase in income by Y1, Y3 due to multiplier effect. Due to multiplier effect. If increase in investment by I2, I4, this increase in income from Y1, Y3 due to multiplier effect. Because of multiplier effect. Exogenous investment is I2, I3. Induced investment I3, I4. Y-axis, you refer y-axis. Exogenous investment is I2, I3 and induced investment I3, I4. Now you come to x-axis. So increase in income by Y1, Y2, increase in income by Y1, Y2 because of multiplier effect. Because of multiplier effect. Same y-axis you refer. Increase in income by Y2, Y3, it is due to accelerator effect. I will repeat. Increase in income by Y1, Y2 due to multiplier effect. Increase in income by Y2, Y3 is due to accelerator effect. Diagram explained. Now limitations. What are all the limitations of acceleration principle? Accelerator. First one. Constant same capital output ratio is not real. That is the first limitation. Is unrealistic, not real one. Second one, resources are available only before full employment. Only before full employment there is the availability of resources. Next, excess capacity in capital goods only assumed. This principle will work only if increased demand, rise in demand is permanent. This principle will work only if increased demand is permanent. Then fifth limitation, this will work only when credit facilities are available easily. Next, sixth one is if there is not used capacity, if there is excess capacity in consumer goods industry, this principle would not work. These are all the limitations of the accelerator principle. First one is same capital output ratio is not real. Resources are available only before full employment. Next, excess capacity in capital goods is only assumed. This will work only if the increase in demand is permanent. Then this will work only when credit facilities are available easily. If there is excess capacity in consumer good industry, the accelerator principle would not work. These are all the limitations of accelerator principles. Now we are going to see super multiplier. What is that? Super multiplier, that is nothing but combined effect of interaction of multiplier and accelerator. Combined effect of interaction of multiplier and accelerator is called super multiplier. You refer the first paragraph. It is greater than the simple multiplier. Simple multiplier, it includes only autonomous investment and not induced investment. Super multiplier, it includes induced investment. Okay, that is given by Hicks, combined effect. Okay, it is a combination of both induced consumption and induced investment. That is nothing but combination of both induced consumption and induced investment. Induced investment, that is nothing but additional investment demand that results from an increase in GDP, gross domestic product. Now next one is leverage effect. What is that? The combined effect of the multiplier and the accelerator. The combined effect of both the multiplier and accelerator is called the leverage effect. It will lead the economy to very high or low level of income propagation. It will lead to the economy to a very high or very low level of income propagation. That is called leverage effect. Symbolically, that may be represented as Y is equal to C plus IA plus IP. Y, it refers to aggregate income, total income. C, it refers to consumption expenditure, spending for consumption. IA, autonomous investment, that is nothing but additional investment that is independent of income, that is not dependent of income, that is called autonomous investment. IP, that is nothing but induced private investment. Induced private investment. Now summary side. What we have learnt in the lesson, it is given. This chapter consumption function and investment function we have finished. Last conclusion side, consumption function, that is nothing but the relationship between national income and consumption expenditure. We have studied about APC, MPC, APS and MPS. APC, that is nothing but average propensity to consume. MPC, marginal propensity to consume. APS, average propensity to consume. MPS, marginal propensity to save. And we have studied about the subjective factors and objective factors determine the consumption function. We have studied in this chapter. Investment function, that includes autonomous investment, induced investment, and we have studied about the functional relationship between interest rate and also investment, and we have studied about the role of MEC, marginal efficiency of capital, and also we have studied about the rate of interest, which will be very helpful to determine the investment we have studied. Now last paragraph, the multiplier that is directly related to MPC. What is multiplier? We have studied, that is nothing but ratio of change in income to change in investment, that is delta Y by delta I. So multiplier is directly related to MPC and inversely related to MPS. And also we have studied about the accelerator principle. what is that we have studied, and also it explained the effect of changing consumption expenditure and also volume of investment. So interaction, what is super multiplier we have studied, that is nothing but interaction of both multiplier and accelerator, that is combined effect of both multiplier and accelerator, that is called super multiplier we have studied. So till this enough. Thank you.